So the final image of Super Mario Galaxy is a terraformed lush planet Bowser, the ultimate cinematic participation trophy. It's a gorgeous, gravity-defying climax that chooses a happily ever after for a genocidal turtle rather than giving Rosalina a single line of meaningful agency. We've moved past the save the princess trope, only to land in a everyone gets a planet finale that feels less like a narrative resolution and more like a corporate mandate for a theme park expansion. So I finally got around to watching Super Mario Galaxy. I didn't know if I was going to check it out in a theater, but why not? I didn't see the first one in the theater, and when I saw it at home, I thought it was okay. I'm actually a little jealous that kids today get to have like an accurate Super Mario Brothers movie. When I was a kid, we got this weird dystopian Mario movie when everything's underground and it's like Blade Runner and everything's covered in cum. Like the weird shit we got as kids, us elder millennials, is just bonkers. So here I go watching Mario Galaxy, Mario 2 or whatever you want to call it, in a Dolby theater. And yeah, it's a spectacle. But it also feels like I just drank 5 Shirley Temples in a row. It's a high fructose blast of nostalgia that leaves you feeling a bit empty and maybe a little bit shaky once the credits roll. But I was on board with this one because, first of all, I thought it would be better if they went with a Mario World movie. No, they go straight to Galaxy. Or are they going to go from Galaxy now? Well, I'll probably get into that later. I think the first film worked because everyone's clamoring for a Mario movie. And even though it wasn't great, it still satisfied a lot of those beats that you expect from one. It's got the music, the callbacks, and even a little bit of the story. But it's Super Mario Brothers, and the Mario Brothers are not together most of the movie. I think it had some weird voice casting, like Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. No, it's just Donkey Kong with the Seth Rogen voice. And then Chris Pratt, I'm just so fucking tired of Chris Pratt. I'm sorry. It was okay as Mario, I guess, and he's Garfield, and he's just like the most vanilla, boring asshole in movies today. But I didn't feel too overwhelmed with it. I kind of liked the nostalgia hit. And it had a trajectory. Mario Galaxy feels like someone dropped a bucket of Legos and called the resulting pile a multiverse. So it's called Mario Galaxy, but it's not directly about just Mario Galaxy. Let me see if I can name off all the Mario games that it references or includes in this movie. So you've got Mario 2, and this is my favorite part of the movie. There's like this underground weird where all the bad guys hang out. Sort of like the 93 Mario movie, but not everything's covered in jizz. And this is where we get all the enemies from Mario 2, which of course is a reskinned version of Doki Doki Panic because Mario 2 in Japan was too hard for Mario 2 for Americans apparently. And I like that. I like Mario 2. I liked that it's Mario 2's kind of treated as like the redheaded stepchild of the series. And I like that they included this. You have Birdo and the green guy, the green bot. I don't know his name. But let's continue with the Mario games that it includes in this one movie called Mario Galaxy. So you have Mario World. He gets the cape at the end. Yoshi's Story, because we're introduced to baby Mario and Luigi in a scene that did not need to be in the movie. It's like, let's sell some toys, you know? Mario Odyssey, when they are in the pyramid stage riding their dirt bikes. Mario 64, Mario Wonder, Mario RPG, Mario Maker, and Captain Toad. And I'm not even including Fox McCloud from Star Fox or even the Game & Watch cameo. It's like, chill out with the references. You don't need to stick every single Mario game into this movie. Where are you going from here, you know? Make a Mario sequel, or you're worried about making an NCU? So that's when we get to the third act, okay? So we get from the safety of the Mushroom Kingdom into something far more ethereal or frankly expensive. The score, which I think is easily the film's strongest point. It takes the music from all the games, even Galaxy and stuff, and just explodes with an orchestra, which they did the music beautifully in this. Especially when it's like this massive orchestral arrangement of Mahito Yokoda's original Galaxy themes that I don't know, legitimately tug at my lizard brain. And I mean, the movie looks good though. It's like a kaleidoscopic chaos that it looks stunning in Dolby. It's like the visual equivalent of a fireworks show. It's breathtaking while it happens and provides zero warmth once the light fades. So a lot of this stuff happens at the end. Peach and Rosalina are born of Stardust sisters, which I don't know if that's part of the lore or whatever. I didn't play a whole lot of Galaxy. I don't think I finished it, which kind of makes me want to finish it now. But, you know, maybe it's like a lore dump that kind of recontextualizes Peach's entire existence as a cosmic refugee rather than a lost human. I mean, I guess it explains the float mechanic in Mario 2. And then at the end, Bowser's volcanic wasteland is turned into a paradise. And Fox McCloud, he shows up, and it's kind of spoiled in the marketing for the movie. I remember seeing 3C video where someone online, some internet sleuth, found a picture of, they thought it was Fox McCloud's leg. I guess they were right, though. But I liked his introduction. They go to this like anime sort of 80s kind of VHS quality intro to him. Of course, you got the Star Fox music, and then there's like a space battle. That's pretty rad. But at the end, he is basically a space cop who hauls the Bowsers away. So basically, are we watching a Mario movie, or is it a pilot to the Nintendo Cinematic Universe? I guess we'll find out when they just ran out of Mario games after this movie. So it ends with Bowser incarcerated, but the status quo reset, leaving the castle rebuilt. So, you know, the ensures the merchandising can continue indefinitely. But yeah, the Star Fox thing, to bring it back to that, it wasn't a leak. It was kind of like a tactical marketing ploy, I guess. Kind of like dipping their toe into the NCU, I guess. And that's what kind of brings me to that. It's like, what's next? Smash Brothers now? I know they're making a Legend of Zelda movie, live action, so I don't know how they're going to show up in that. Also, there's a interesting point of contention, I guess, a little bit of drama, but apparently there's an anti-AI clause that is in the credits of the movie, so they'll sue fans for making like tributes or something. I don't know about the legality of that, but you know how contentious Nintendo can be, or litigious at it. Whatever. I guess the animators were under a lot of crunch too, and apparently the Yoshi's Island sequence, which was pretty pointless, honestly, was sort of a late stage filler. For some reason they thought the Rosalina stuff was too existential for children. But I don't know, I think the Stardust stuff, the foreshadowing for Peach, was pretty well handled, but I mean, we didn't do much with it because I think the movie's just more concerned about getting the next cameo in rather than like any emotional beats or to let it breathe, you know. I thought Jack Black and Benny Safdie were pretty good in their roles. The father-son dynamic and Bowser's face turn, then heel turn again, it felt like the more human element of the movie. Meanwhile, you have Brie Larson, an Oscar winner, who basically gets paid to do heavy breathing for about 10 lines of dialogue. I think they just wanted her name on a poster and to help promote the movie. But yeah, Rosalina, she has the power to protect the cosmos, but gets nabbed by Bowser Jr. in the first 5 minutes. So if she's a cosmic goddess, how does a toddler with a bib and a paintbrush put her in a cage? So Bowser Jr. whips out a super scope, you know, another nostalgia bait member berry, and that's how he turns Mario and Luigi into babies. So yeah, the super scope turns people into babies, and that's how we got the Yoshi story part. Like, if he had that, why didn't he just turn the whole Mushroom Kingdom into a cosmic daycare and call it a day? Don't ask questions, just buy the toys and buy the games. But yeah, this movie is like that Patton Oswalt scene from Parks and Rec, the Star Wars filibuster. Like, put all the games in the movie. Like, hell, Yoshi is just, here's Yoshi, by the way. Like, it doesn't lead anything. It's like the opening scene is like, oh, here's Yoshi. He's part of the crew now. So that not really a whole lot of thought was put into this story. Because when you put everything on a plate, nothing tastes like a signature dish. It's basically content, the movie. So I wouldn't even say Super Mario Galaxy is a movie. It's like a high definition checklist. 10 years from now, we're not going to be talking about the emotional resonance of Peach Rosalina or the thematic weight of the Bowsers. We're going to be talking about this as like the point zero of the NCU, the Nintendo Cinematic Universe. The moment Nintendo stopped making films and started making 98-minute commercials for their entire back catalog. It's the shiny, expensive bridge to a Smash Brothers movie that we all know is coming, but it sacrifices its own soul to get there. I mean, I really wanted to love this. The 1993 kid in me, the one who grew up on Mario 2 and actually lived through the dystopian jizz-covered Bob Hoskins era. It's just happy to see a Goomba that actually looks like a Goomba. And I think the visuals are a triumph. The music is a love letter to my childhood. But as a grown-ass adult, I can't ignore that this movie gave me a bit of a headache. It's sensory junk food that moves so fast it forgets to be about anything, really. It's Mario Maker on autoplay mode. Impressive to look at, but you're not actually playing the game. At the end of the day, Super Mario Galaxy proves that in Hollywood, even the vastness of space isn't enough to escape a corporate mandate. So I'm giving Mario Galaxy a 2.5 out of 5. But what did you think of Mario Galaxy? Let me know down in the comments below. YouTube thinks you'll like one of these other videos by my head, and I'll see you next time.